I gotta get a video done for the channel this week, but I don't know what to do. Dave, have you forgotten? You need to make a Q&A video for your subscribers. Oh, you're right, but I haven't written any of the questions down. I'm not prepared. I need the questions. Don't worry about that. I already wrote them all down and put them in this box. Yay! Yay! Alright everyone, welcome to Q&A with SimplySoccer. We're doing this because we hit 2,500 subscribers recently and I wanted to give you guys the opportunity to ask me any question that you wanted to. So I hope you were able to put up with my somewhat lame intro there. But let's get on to the first question. Also, sorry if I don't get to your question. I have a few to get through. So if I don't answer your question, don't be offended or anything. I can't get to all of them for the sake of the length of this video. But let's find one here. Let's see. Blah, blah, blah. Tutter Paddock asks, what is my favorite food? Any type of sushi, really. Any kind of seafood. I've done weird things, like squid. I've had squid. I actually kind of like it. Or any kind of sushi-like food. Let's find another question. Brian Pahu. I can't, sorry about butchering some of these names, guys. I'm sometimes really bad at pronunciation. Brian Pahu, I'm going to say, why didn't you become pro? Okay, why didn't I become pro? I mean, I could give you a lot of excuses. I mean, I'm only, someone asked how old I am, so I'll answer that as well. I'm only like 23, so, you know, I'm not done yet. I still have a chance. But I mean, here's how my career kind of went. I had club soccer when I was younger, and remember, I grew up in the United States, which is a lot harder to go pro at a young age. Like, there aren't many youth, at least when I was a kid, there's not many youth teams attached to professional clubs. So I had club soccer, did pretty well, and then I did college soccer, and I did pretty well. And then I kind of, you know, I had a few teams that I kind of went from. I had a bad injury, which stopped me from playing for a little bit, and then that pretty much takes us up until now. So right now I'm just making sure I'm getting in really good shape, practicing every single day, so that I can hopefully get a contract sometime in the future. And I'm, again, like you guys know, talking to a team now. So why I didn't become pro? I mean, it's just a little more difficult here. But you know, watch this space. Hopefully one day I can, even if it's for a small team, I can fulfill that dream. All right, let's find another one. Adian Toussaint, I think that's how you pronounce it. How old are you? I already answered that. I'm 23. What college team did you play for? Division position. So I'll answer the college team. I played for a team called Alvernia University. If you want to know the division, just look it up. It was what were we? It was a small college. So usually colleges are the division is D3, D2, and D1 based on the size of the college. So Alvernia is a small college, so it was D3. And I played striker. I was or center mid. I played center mid for kind of the first half of the season. Then I scored a few goals and they put me up as striker. All right, let's find another one. Aman Chandra, how long do you practice every day? That's a good one. Okay, so if you guys want to get an idea of how long I practice every day, I usually always practice every day unless I have an injury or I have a rest day. You should always have at least one day where it's a rest day because your body can only take so much. But typically I will practice at least for 25 minutes a day to like 30 minutes a day at the bare minimum, and at like the max I'll train an hour or an hour and a half for just soccer, not like working out or anything I do differently. But for like just what I do for soccer, I have a routine that I always do no matter what, which takes about 25 minutes to 30 minutes. And then I have other days like when I concentrate on one area of my game, like shooting or passing or dribbling or ball control, things like that. And those sessions, I'll do my 25, 30-minute workout and then maybe do like 30 to 45 minutes concentrating just on dribbling, ball control, and so on. So yeah, anywhere between like 30 minutes and an hour and a half, depending on the day, is how long I practice each day. But if you're not practicing each day, you can start off with like 5 to 10 minutes a day. Just start small, work your way big. I didn't just start off doing 30 minutes a day. I started with like 10 minutes, then 15, and so on. Okay, that's a good question though. I like this username, Soccer Insanity. I am also insanely into soccer. Are you a pro football player? And also, what would you recommend I do as a 14-year-old to become the best I can at football, hopefully a future professional? Okay, no, I am not currently a pro football player, so that's easy to answer. Also, what would you recommend to become the best I can? I mean, honestly, the difference between a player who becomes okay, kind of good, and a player who becomes great is all a mental difference. It's a mentality. Because there are many talented players out there. You may have played with some of them. You may have played against some of them. And what I learned pretty young is I always thought of players I played with who were immensely talented. And a few years later, I'm like, I wonder what happens to them. They're probably playing professional. Almost none of them played professional. Not because they weren't good enough. They didn't have the mentality. Only one kid I played against that I can think of ended up going on pro. And I remember this kid being very disciplined, very motivated, and talented. But only one that I can think of. Actually, two. I did play with a kid who went pro. And the thing is, if you want to become the best, you have to adopt a hard-working mentality. You have to be consistent, and you have to work smart. That's really what it comes down to. Because you can be as talented as Lionel Messi, but if you're not practicing enough and you're not working hard enough, you won't become a professional player. That's just the fact of the matter. So what I would recommend is making sure you're practicing every day, even if it's for just a little bit, to get that consistency. Make sure you're practicing on areas that you're not doing so well in. So if you're lacking, say, ball control, make sure you're doing that every day. Excuse me. And make sure you're working hard. You're trying to find new ways to improve. That's really what it comes down to. And it also helps to try and find a good team to play on, because the better the competition you play against, the better you'll become, because you'll have to rise to that level and sometimes even play better than that level. All right, Yassine Golzarian. Hopefully, I'm sorry, guys, about this pronunciation. It says, if you could choose, which team would you play for? Let's see if I got that right there, baby. Liverpool FC. Yeah, most people I feel like would be like, oh, Barcelona or Real Madrid, but I've been a Liverpool supporter for pretty much my whole life, and if I ever had a chance to pull on a Liverpool shirt, even if it was for like 30 seconds and a substitute appearance, I would die happy. I would look back at my life at 90, however years old, and go, I played for Liverpool for a few seconds, and that would be perfect. I would rather do that than play for the so-called giants of the game, like the Munichs and the Real Madrid and the Barcelona. So yes, Liverpool Football Club. All right, we're just gonna do a couple more really quick. Noor Sakar, I don't know what it says. Where are you from? I'm originally from England. I was born in a place in England called Cambridge. You've probably heard of it. And I lived in a small little place outside of Cambridge called Bishop Stortford. And I came to the United States when I think I was like 3 or 4 years old. That's why I don't have an accent. Emin Kumsuv, how old are you and what is your favorite footballer? Again, I'm 23 years old, and my favorite footballer of all time is Steven Gerrard. But there are plenty of footballers I looked up to. Zidane was one of my favorite players as well. Obviously, today I love watching Messi and Ronaldo play. But if I had to say who was my favorite player of all time and who I looked up to when I was a kid, it was Steven Gerrard. Who do you think is the best female soccer player for young girls to look up to? I'll be honest, I don't follow women's soccer too much, but I do know a few of the players, mostly from the United States women's team, and I'd say Abby Wambach looks like one of the best to look to emulate. I know she's, I think, retired recently, but if you want to watch some highlights of a really good female soccer player, then Wambach is definitely the way to go. I think she's actually the best international goal scorer in the world. I think out of men's and women's soccer, she has the most goals for her national team out of any player. So you want a player to look up to who's done it, who's been there, who's succeeded, who's played for a long time, I'd go with Abby Wambach. All right, everyone, thanks for all the questions. Hopefully I got to yours. If I didn't, I apologize. But thank you for submitting all those. Again, thank you for 2,500 subscribers. It's been brilliant. It's been a great journey so far. Hopefully we can continue to grow. If you're new to Simply Soccer and you're watching this video, be sure to subscribe. We're going to have many more videos that are going to help you improve as a soccer player. Once again, guys, thank you. I might be doing Q&As more often, maybe once a month. I don't know if you guys want me to, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. But again, thanks for 2,500, and I'll see you on the next video whenever you're ready.